Ever feel like your daily stand-up is just a boring status update instead of a game changer for your team? If you do, you are in the right place. Today, I'm going to show you how to transform your stand-ups into powerful alignment meetings that drive results, just like elite Agile teams do. For this, we're going to cover the real purpose of stand-ups, common mistakes that Scrum Masters make, best practices, and real-world example of stand-ups that really work. Let's dive in. Let's start with the beginning. A stand-up is an event that is used in the Agile Scrum framework to bring teams together and to increase productivity. These meetings should be 15 minutes, highly valuable. And there are 3 questions asked. What did I do yesterday? What will I complete today? And if there's any challenges or blockers. But let's put more context and go to the real purpose of these meetings. And I have to say it. This is not a status update for the Scrum Master. This is for the team to align. And the way to do that is by making commitments every day. Personally, I like to choose 2 or 3 things that I want to accomplish today. And if there's any blockers or issues that prevent me to complete this work, that's what I want to bring into the meeting. The goal is to unblock work, adapt plans, and keep the sprint on track. There are common mistakes that we do as a Scrum Master, and sometimes we turn the meeting into one-way update section. And it's a little bit awkward for the team because basically you're micromanaging their work, and they don't want to feel like that. Sometimes people don't even want to go to a stand-up because they feel that they have to provide everything that they're going to be working in that day. And I understand your point, but this is just a meeting to align everyone, to boost productivity, and that we know if there's any challenge or there's a coworker that is going to be working in something similar to mine, that we can probably discuss and remove anything between us. So that's why you have to remember that the only thing that we have to bring here is the commitments that I already specify and the blockers. It's also your responsibility to coach your team so they know what they have to bring into the meeting, and everything keep the essence of the stand-up. Another mistake is that sometimes we just let it drag too long off topic for discussions, and it's normal. And afterwards, we just see that the meeting turned into 20 minutes because it was nothing related with what we really need to discuss. And sometimes we just focus too much on what was done instead of what will be done. However, not everything is lost. There are so many best practices that we can use, and one of them that I want to share is that we can use our power as facilitator. And this way, when we start our meetings, we can ask coaching questions just to bring everyone on track. Questions such as, what's the most important thing that we have to accomplish today? Or what could slow us down and how can we remove it? Or if there's anything blocking our progress that myself as a Scrum Master and the team can help. So now that we went through the purpose, and we as a Scrum Master know that I don't need to know about your updates or whatever thing you have to do the whole day, but you can bring your questions and your commitments for the day to the meeting. Now I'm going to give you an outline on how to run high impact stand-up meetings. Let's set the set and let's start our meeting. The first thing that you want to do is to start with a quick win. Can be a quick check-in. You just break the ice and try to feel everybody a little bit more comfortable. Can even be the weather. It doesn't matter. Something 5 seconds. It's not going to take long. The second thing that you want to do is to create a visible board. For this one, can be physical or digital. It doesn't matter. Whatever your need is. In this case, instead of just focusing sometimes on people the way that we do it, we can just focus on work and go through the board and see what is the priorities that we have and what is going to be the focus for one specific day that we are running the stand-up, bring all the challenges and everything that needs to be completed and removed. The third thing is to encourage team collaboration. I know it's a little bit tricky, but let the team to solve problems instead of just report progress every day in the meetings. Open the floor for specific challenges. If that's the focus today, we don't have to work in other things from yesterday or that is going to happen tomorrow. We can just focus on those things that need to be removed, let them talk, but focus completely on what needs to be done today. And number 4 is keep the time box into 15 minutes. These meetings should be sharp and to the point. There's nothing else that we have to bring in this. It's just commitments and challenges. And sometimes we don't even have to bring commitments, but just challenges. For this reason, I want to give you 3 real world examples of effective stand ups that you can use whenever you want. And this way you keep the team fresh with different formats. For the first example, we are going to use the silence stand up. And this is for teams that they like to overshare details of the work that they have to do. So what we do as a Scrum Master is that we just guide them to write down their updates or the commitments that they have for the day. And we are just going to bring the blockers or any issue that they are having. So in this way, we are going to focus just on this task that we have to remove those blockers, and everything will be on time. And if you see that the blockers are so many, just focus on those of high priorities. You just let the rest of them just keep flowing as those are getting complete. The second example is walking through the board. And as we have teams that they like to overshare details, we also have others that they like to work individually. And this way they focus more on their tasks than on the team per se. So in this work, you as a Scrum Master, what you want to do is to go over the board, have your to-do list, your in progress and done. When you go to the to-do list, you can go with your team and check what items are there and when we can start it. In the progress, what is there and why we haven't started yet. All those that are already done, what needs to be deployed. So you just open the floor for them and sometimes even bring in questions. They can interact between them, start making connection on what I can work that I can probably hand it to you. And in this kind of conversation is going to be more collaborative. You're going to be applying this concept and everything is going to be way easier as time is passing by. Because sometimes it's a little bit awkward at the beginning because people want to be more intro or don't want to speak up. But just give some time and this one really work. The third example is customer base. Sometimes the team can lose a little bit of sight on what is the real customer impact. When we run this meeting, we want to start it with a real customer issue so we can provide value to that and not just focusing on the tasks that we have to do every day. We can also bring up questions such as the customer or the user X brought this issue that there is a bug that needs to be fixed for feature A. So how can we solve it today? Or is there any thoughts from you? In this case, someone, if is working with that specific application, is gonna be able to see that that needs priority and we need to add value to the customer. And remember that daily stand-up should feel quick and powerful sync that fuels progress, not a status meeting that is boring. As a Scrum Master, your role is to facilitate, unblock work, and keep the team focused. Well, you made it to the end. Now you can run your stand-up without any issue like a pro. Just keep practicing. It's gonna be awkward at the beginning, but use the different formats that I share with you, and you won't be stuck just in one point, making everyone boring at the same time. Now I want to hear from you. What's the biggest challenge you face in your daily stand-up? Drop a comment below. And remember that great stand-up build great teams. See you in the next.